Good morning and welcome to ATI ProMedia, coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm just downstairs in RFD Studios. They let me set up because they know we go live at 9. Let's get to today's news. Today, we have some things going on. I have a TV overhead, so I have everything all ready for me. Thank you, Bloomberg, for having a TV station. But I can see this. Crude oil's up $1.70. Big headline. Yesterday, we had CPI, and that's all anyone could talk about was if the Fed's doing its job, how is inflation coming back? When I look at the quote board and I see little green shoots, cocoa, all-time highs. Holy Hershey bar. How are we going to pay for this? Keep an eye. What do you need to make a nice chocolate bar? You need cocoa, you need sugar, all at elevated prices. Of course, labor's not going anywhere either. We had some other news come out overnight about the election. It looks pretty much set that 2024 candidates for president are President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. We need to respect the office, although we'll probably have a few smirks along the way. A couple show notes. We have Brady Huck on today. Brady, come on the show.
Tommy,
Help
good
me out.
morning.
What else was I supposed to talk about? I'm drawing a blank.
I don't know. It's a new day, right? And it's hump day, right? Middle of the week. Had a couple days behind us here and a couple days left to go on the week.
Yeah, you know who has two thumbs and doesn't own any Bitcoin? This guy. And I do trade Bitcoin futures at the CME group, but the physical Bitcoin or having a coin account or any of these things I don't have. So Bitcoin all-time highs, it's moving and shaking. Just taking a little look at the stock market. Dow's up a little bit, S&Ps are down. NASDAQ, big divergence. Dow's up 100, NASDAQ's down 100. Crude oil up big. Talk a little bit, my friend. I'm going to get an eye on the markets. I'm working from limited space here, so let me log into the markets and we'll give people the quotes.
You bet. John Deere announced layoffs at their Des Moines plant. We hate to see this news. I guess you can say the economy is doing great, but when we got headlines like that, you got to scratch your head and wonder what's really going on underneath the surface. But certainly, then the energy markets, you hit on that already.
And I noticed that on the TV this morning, they said the dollar store was going to now. If you don't have a Walmart close to you, you definitely have a dollar store, Dollar General, dollar something. Those may have peaked where they've built enough of those. Maybe they're starting to struggle. And that would mean, Brady Huck, that the consumer is starting to struggle. And that's not a shocker. I know later when I'm on Scott the Cow Guy, we're actually going to talk about that. Is this market where we had a massive short covering rally in stocks yesterday. At one point, the Dow was up over 300. NASDAQ exploded. S&P exploded. So for those of you at home, you home gamers, this is how it goes. We get more inflation, the Fed has to keep rates higher for longer, and the stock market explodes. Everyone's talking about the soft landing, hard landing. I don't know. But if you have a 401k, you're doing all right. Now, our crowd, Brady Huck, the American farmer, corn, wheat, and beans, and then we'll get to cattle. We've had a nice little rally in corn, wheat, and beans. We passed one line, and now the 21-day moving average, and then I heard some talk that we were close to the 40-day average. Listening to Chip Flory's show yesterday, Chip and Davis always do a great job over there on AgriTalk PM. Driving down to Nashville, got to listen to them, and there was a lot of talk that we've hit that next moving average. Are we missing out on the biggest rally ever, or is this an opportunity to sell and protect? Totally loaded question. Back to you.
It's a tough, yeah, exactly. And when these markets start moving higher, it just makes it really difficult to pull the trigger and make the decision because tomorrow we could be higher, right? We could keep going green each day and rally, but at some point, it's always the most bullish at the top, and we get these premiums built in. Who knows what's going to lie ahead, right, Tommy? We got a big year ahead of us.
We do. And speaking of big year, just giving you some quotes, folks. Dow up 100, NASDAQ down 150. If I didn't know better, Nvidia just went down on the day. Corn down 1, wheat down 10, crude oil up 2, gold up 5. Bringing it down to the meats, live cattle up 100. Copper, that's what I forgot to tell producer Joe. Copper at 7-month highs, another green shoot. Dr. Copper working its magic. The world can't be ending if copper's at a 7-month high. Let's check out feeder cattle. And why don't you talk about cattle a little bit here? Because I understand we have some really, 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 really exciting news going on at your farm. Feeder cattle in April up 40.
Yep, fat market green on the board there with the cattle markets. Good to see the cattle market moving higher. The fundamentals haven't changed. It's still bullish. We're going to break down the cattle market a little deeper today and get a premium content video out on the State of the Union for cattle markets.
That sounds good. The State of the Union. Well, let's hope you have enough stamina to bolt out that 7-minute message. Speaking of bolting out, I hope I have my A game on today. Producer Joe, where will I be at 1 o'clock? I will be no, well, kind of. Uh, Next slide, please. I will be there's oh my
Look
God.
at that guy.
You're trading on volatility. Tommy Grisafi will be hosting Scott the Cow Guy Close on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday live. You could watch me mess up on live TV just like we do here daily. But let's get to premium content. Yesterday, we had Scott on, and Scott broke down CPI, PPI. He broke it down in simple terms. If you haven't already subscribed to premium content, we suggest you do. If you want that video, call us, email us, info at ATI ProMedia. We'll give you yesterday's video. We want you to like, subscribe, of course. It's $1 a day, folks, right? For $30 a month, you get 6 premium videos a week. If you can't afford $1 a day, call me. I'll give you the dollar, all right? If things are that bad. How the heck could you forget to sell your corn and lose $1.50? And now you tell me you can't afford $1 a day for ATI Pro Media. What else do we have on the
What
docket, my friend?
that premium content that you and Scott did, that was the favorite one I've listened to so far, Tommy.
That was
Listen
your
to you.
first one you've ever listened to. So you're like, hey,
I might have been the third or fourth.
first time
but
caller, long time listener. I love the show. Well, here's the deal with Scott, and this is why he's it's a pleasure to have him on the team for as long as he wants to. He's got a busy schedule. Scott
Mhm,
literally right now is interviewing 14 people a day at RFD TV. So whereas Tommy Grisafi, Brady Huck, Connor, we do this for 15 minutes.
mhm.
Occasionally, all of us do a little radio or some other media somewhere else, talk to clients all day. Scott is doing this all day, and whereas we focus very much, Brady, on ag, he has the best of the best, and he's getting a lot of the big names from Wall Street. So you'll be watching Fox Business with Maria Bartoloma in the morning. And you're like, hey, that's Kenny Paul Carey. And then you're like, Tommy, you just interviewed him, or Scott, you just interviewed him. So he's getting that New York talent who can break it down and bring it out to the rural community. And
Mhm.
I don't think the rural community needs to make a hat that says "Make agriculture great again." Agriculture's always been great, but we do need to keep educating people, and that's our goal with ATI Pro Media Premium. But
I
hey, the
think I'd
show's
take the
free.
hat, Tommy. I think I'd
You
take
take
that
the
hat.
hat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see I'm by a window? It's like the good Lord himself is saying, "Hey, boys, nice show. Let's get some comments, questions, and get out of here." Folks, you're going to notice that we're going to do these lives every day. We're trying to keep them around 10 minutes, but the only thing that helps us go longer is when I say I'm not going to talk long. We always go longer. But when you ask questions and comments, so if there's no questions or comments, hey, no big deal. But we need you to like, subscribe. We see you subscribing to the channel. We love when you like. Tell a friend. Grab that YouTube video, forward it to a friend. This is free to the world. ATI Pro Media is powered by advanced trading. What else do we have, Mr. Huck? It is a overall quiet day. Not every day needs to be a barn burner. I'll end it with you with a couple questions. To get ready for a bull sale, what does one have to do? Because I'm good at bull, but it's not the sale. What do you need to do here in the next 24 hours to get ready?
So, well, the bulls that we're selling right now, they're 18 months or a year old. It's been 2 years in the making, 3 years in the making for these animals that we're selling this Friday. So a lot of planning going way, way back. But we ultrasound, we take care of them, and we're calving at the same time. American ranchers and cattlemen, they work hard and they have to do a lot of jobs at once, and you got to feed them cows every day. You can't take a day off of feeding cows. Somebody's got to get it done. But a lot of work comes together, communities, it's pulling together. You got family, you got friends, you got neighbors. The fires in Texas are a great example of communities pulling together and working hard to take care of each other
Yeah.
throughout all times. But got
Speaking of
good.
fires in Texas, you had someone you were going to try to interview here. I hope we can still do that and get that perspective from that person.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, there's been a lot of. I got a number of friends down there, and they're lending a helping hand and doing some really neat things to get people through this tough time down there.
And our friend Rob Sharkey from Shark Farmer Podcast, his episode yesterday was about that. I didn't click and listen to it yet, but I
Mhm.
will. With that, let's wrap this up. Joe, it's too far for me to reach. Hit that 30-second out. Let's see Gina G. Although I'm away from home, it's always nice to see my beautiful bride. Brady Huck, good luck. Kick some ass tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow, folks. And
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.